This is gonna be a quick video. I guess it's gonna be into Red Room. Anyway, it's a car video rant. So recently, I had to block somebody, and it was a pretty good reason why. I think it was a scam. Anyway, so it was somebody on my Instagram, and they were reaching out on an alternate account, and they were locked out, and they were doing this, and they were in jail, and all kind of stuff. And I'm going along with the thing, something like, stomach doesn't feel right. Anyway. Then I'm like, okay, we can chat on WhatsApp, blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. And it's like all of this stuff started taking my mental. Because when, you're doing okay and then somebody comes back and it's like, they enter your life and it's like all this, it's not drama per se, but it's like you were on your path and then something, throws you off. That's how it was. I told my friend, I'm on the cusp of something. And I just found it so funny that I was on the cusp of something, and then this stupid situation comes up that I entertained, and I let it ruin my day and let it ruin my plans, and then I was spiraling about stuff, and then I realized I was you can just hop off of this experience and then go about your life. But I was just so annoyed because I just find I don't know. I just feel like people are like that in general, outside of these scammies and stuff like that. So I didn't end up sending money and stuff like that. I just played along until I was just you know what? I just really do feel like this is a scam. So I'm just gonna go forward with it. And if it wasn't, my bad, homie. But because I've been naive and sent money places, and then it just, oh, this was a scam, and now I'm out of money and stuff like that. And so I kind of realized this kind of lesson comes up a lot for me. Are you gonna be stupid enough to do this, or are you gonna actually grow some fucking discernment and then cut it off and then keep going? Because the way it ruined my day really I had signed up to go to a party and stuff like that, and I didn't go to a party, and I ended up being at home. And which ultimately ended up being really great because I had a really nourishing conversation with somebody, but I did let that shit throw me off of what I was trying to do in my goals and what I had for myself that day that I was gonna do. So this is encouragement, whenever you're on the cusp of doing something, and most of the time when you're on the cusp of doing something better or being better, and then some shit pops off, just don't get so wrapped up in it. Start to step back and then evaluate, because the way I was so wrapped up into it, trying to push myself to do something for somebody else and the X, Y, and Z, and then just realizing this probably isn't even real. Let's just go ahead and stop. And yeah, for some people it's very real people in their life, their mom, their dad, their sister, cousin. Anytime they get a new job, here their sister comes with these stupid ass relationship problems. Oh, I need to get bailed out, or oh, I need this, or oh, I need that. I don't know. I feel 2025 is just a year for that. People are just, I don't want to say dry begging, but dry begging. And I'm not just money, just energy in general. Just leave us the fuck alone, dry begging for energy. And I, on my tarot channel, I tell people all the time, a lot of the circumstances, media circumstances around anything, I don't care what your political views are, it's just a bunch of energy harvesting. And people really need to be aware that these things are throwing you off track, and then you'll be thrown off track, and then the world is still spinning, and then you still need these things, and you're still in this deficit. And so pay attention and stay focused on what you have to do, and then do that, because there's just no way in fucking hell that you can you should be getting off track. And that was a lesson. That was my lesson. This lesson comes around every few years, type thing. So I was I passed that, and got that done, and now I'm better and I'm more focused and shit like that. But that really did fuck up my day. So I can imagine when somebody really has family members that are always clawing at them for shit, how that ruins your day, and how that fucks up what you're trying to do in life, because it's like you're trying to do better, and then you have like all these people like weighing you down, and then you don't want to be rude about like kicking them to the curb because they're your mom, your dad, they're your cousin, they're your brother, they're your boyfriend, they're your kids, you know, like they're all these people, and then like you don't be rude by kicking them out, but then it's just like, bro, like if I was in the same situation as y'all, I don't think I would get the reciprocity that I need. And that's kind of sad to think about, but like for the most part, a lot of people like really can't help you out here do a lot of stuff. And so seek the people that really can and be respectful of them and their time and their energy and what they're giving you and what they're offering, because a lot of people are really, they're more on the dry beggar side, and that's fine for where they're at, but like if you're trying to elevate and that shit starts to ramp up and you notice it, really pay attention to it and try to nip it in the bud. And so that's all I have to say. So yeah, and then another thing is just follow your intuition. If you don't feel right about something, if you don't feel right about somebody coming back into your life, or you feel like, you know, it may feel like it's a scam. Like I felt like that alternate, you know, because it was social media, alternate account and stuff like that. Because, you know, people get locked out of accounts all the time. They get hacked all the time. They get in bad situations all the time. And so it's not unlikely that somebody has to start a new Instagram account. But I did a little bit more investigating, and I held out, and you know, the scenario that I was going through really felt like a scam. Kind of like, well, what? Can you do this? Can you send this? Can you do that? And I'm like, no, you know? And I feel proud of myself. Like, whew, I passed the test. And so, yeah, the next thing to do for me is energetically clean. I realized like having a cleaner space really helps energy wise, so I'm gonna like start preparing for that. Spring cleaning is upon us, but energy cleaning and getting that shit out the door is really helpful. And wintertime is very much a focus time for me, and then springtime onto my birthday, which is like summer, that's the time I reap a lot of energy in terms of like what I put out there. So I've been putting a lot of stuff out there to hopefully get good energy back. And so not just to do it, but just like because I genuinely want to put the energy out there. So yeah, like definitely if you're on the cusp of something, you feel like you're on the cusp of something, keep it under wraps, and protect yourself, truly protect yourself, because people really will throw you off your path if you let them. So that's about it. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.